Alright everybody, so after much time I finally figured out what my issue was. Now, I've looked at Doc's setup for making frame motors work. See, the problem with frame motors is they only work on pulses. Let's see, how do I set this up again? Anyway, my big issue was, how do I get a constant signal to turn into a pulse? And in this setup, I've just got pressure plate connected to a randomizer, because the randomizer will continually emit different pulses all over the place. So, this will open it, and this one is hooked up to a second one, which is, of course, if we go in through the wall, yes, hooked up here. Now, the good thing about frame motors in this setup is that when they receive a constant pulse, they don't do anything. They only work on the pulse itself. So, even though right now the up one is being powered, the down one is receiving pulses, so it activates. Perfect! Now, as you'll notice, that does actually... The randomizer being powered constantly seems to be creating some frame rate issues. And it's also extremely inconsistent. Like, it'll just take a few seconds for it to activate, or even... Well, anyway, I could have probably done something where I used an inverted timer, so that's off all the time until you turn it on. And then it would give the pulses regularly. But you know what? This is really compact. I've just got red alloy wire going... being divided by some microblocks up to a randomizer here and a randomizer there. And that way, you can open and close this area where I'm going to put, hopefully, 2 alveary blocks. Yes, 2 alveary multi-blocks. That is going to take about 50 blocks of alvearies to do that. But thankfully, I have that many already set up. Welcome back, everyone, and as you can see through this glass, I've been very busy. I fast-forwarded a bit, about 3 days, at least 2 totally full days. I had the weekend off, and what better than to play around creatively. Anyway, I'm going to show you my prized area. Yes, I took the time to build this lovely, and I believe it's one of the best places in the entire base. The B-Boratories. Oh, it's amazing. Let's just have a look inside. Now, this all was either a cave or underwater, and I gotta say, I love this, looking out and seeing squids flying by every so often. Ah, look at this place. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 running alvearies right now. Amazing. Now, as for bee species... Oh, it's wonderful. Soul frames, I believe, are very cheaply made. You can put 3 of them together, and I think it ups the mutation chance to like 75%. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate the usefulness of these mutator blocks. So it turns out that these things, which are also not that difficult to make, they take uranium, or not the uranium bars, so if you're working with industrial craft too, you don't want to be... turning all of those into enriched uranium. You actually need the ore for this to work. Point is, 2 of them will up it to a 100% chance of mutation, and that is how I've managed to get the valuable bees, which create platinum combs, the impregnable drones, which creates titanium combs, titanium being very useful for highly advanced machine blocks, so I can use that in the future, and diamond drones, which of course create diamond dust. Now I don't think you can really convert diamond dust directly back into diamonds without some industrial TNT, so that's not all that useful. What? This Imperial Queen still does not very like the sky. Okay, that's fine. There's one very easily thing to fix with that. Now it turns out that some bees really don't like being here. I don't know what it is. Some of them do, some of them don't. But it turns out that I've figured out that the cave-dwelling serum, one of the very useful ones that I have here in this chest, there it is, will get that tendency right out of those bees directly. So we're just going to inoculate this Imperial Queen real quickly with the cave-dwelling serum, and that should fix that. So that I have more Imperial Royal Jelly, so I can make even more of these over here. Scented panelings. And, of course, impregnated casings for even more alvearies. I don't know where the limit is, okay, guys? But I know I could use 1 more just to make everything kind of symmetrical. Anyway, what I need to do now is get to frugal bees, which I didn't have the ability to until last time, because I needed these nether bees, which can only be grown in the nether, which is where all those soul frames came into play. But today, it's time for the mutator. You only need to put one in each block, and they only get used up when the bee dies. But we're gonna check this out. Sinister Princess and a modest drone should give me a frugal bee, and then after that, the frugal bee plus a modest one again, I think it is? Oh! Uh-oh. That's right. The Sinister Queen has the aggressive effect, which will hurt anything, I think, that comes near, if you're not wearing Apiarist clothes. And as you can see, that went right through the nanosuit. Very, very dangerous. Speaking of bee effects, though. Okay, how do I explain this? Look on the mini-map. You see all those wisps? A couple days ago, Hannibal was amazing enough to give me a potato gun, which I was also able to use to get those hives there just for appearance. But turns out I also found a wisp spawner and a pig zombie spawner. And I put them in this room, and you know what? Light level doesn't turn either of those off. You know what does turn them off, though? A death trap inside a death trap. That's right, everybody. My solution to having terrible, terrible things going on in this room is the Tesla coil. This room really is a death trap. It turns out that I was able to use it for very useful testing purposes, though. For example, the end effect of the ender bees actually only harms players. It didn't kill the zombie pigmen, and it didn't kill the wisps. So that bomb I made for Lasquatch, that was the perfect use of the ender bee. However, unfortunately, it didn't kill anything in this room, like a Tesla coil that is fully charged with an MFE can. Just watch this. Slice and dice. They are dead within seconds. Aptly named kill switch. Now, the heroic bees, which create effects that kill hostile mobs, you'd think that would be good, right? But I tested it in that room. It only killed the pig zombies. Which means all these wisps that spawn around my house, they're pretty much immune from bees, it seems like, because they're a Thomcraft mob. I guess they don't interact very well with that. Therefore, what we need in the future, aerial Tesla coils to deal with all these wisps. I haven't quite caught it on camera yet, but every time I log in, after a significant amount of time has passed, guess what happens? Yep, 30 wisps all around my freaking base. How am I supposed to deal with 30 wisps? Obviously, I cannot. And because they just despawn in like 10 minutes, you know, I basically stay in my house for a while so they don't kill me. And then unfortunately, because they just despawn and don't actually die, I think their flux that created them stays in the aura. Lightning during the day, too, seems to be an issue. Ever since we moved that node, my base has been very volatile. Flux is up to high again. Strange, it went down to moderate after a while. Again, I think it's because wisps. I can't kill them. But if I had aerial Tesla coils put up around the node, or at least maybe 2, or 1, it would be perfect. Now you're probably thinking, Fwip, that is a lot of diamonds that is going into glass fiber cables to get the current, like, up in the air. Well, guess what? It turns out that, here's the chest that my bees have been giving me. Diamond dust is actually substitutable for diamonds in the glass fiber cable recipe. So, there you go, everybody. I'm going to be able to use my diamond bees, at the very least, to make a ton of cabling. And with that ton of cabling, I'm going to be able to kill these wisps. So very slowly, I'm solving problems from which, yes, I did actually cause these problems myself. But that is life when you're a Fwip and you have an amazing laboratory. I tell you, I am so proud of this thing. That's, if you're wondering how I built that, that's obsidian tile, which is made with obsidian, and light engineering brick, silver wood planks as the floor, and rubber wood. Also, the weird rubber wood. Not rubber wood, but this kind here, Let's pull out of the wall for a minute so I can show you. I'm not sure what adds this kind of rubber wood, but it's the kind of rubber wood that's converted directly into sticks. Alright, so we got our Imperial drones all caved up while we wait downstairs, of course, for the bees to mutate, so I can actually show you how effective these mutators are. I tell you, as long as you've got a bunch of uranium ore stored up, you just need 2 mutators, and you're good to go. Like, every bee line. Boom. Oh, what the hell. Right, it needs nether... Dang nabbit! One sec, everybody. Oh, I flubbed a bit there. I forgot to realize that because I'm using a Sinister Princess, it actually takes nether wart as a flower. I could inject it with something that makes it take something else, but let's not be hasty here. It's my own fault for that. Let's grab this chest in the very corner where my soul sand is kept, and a single piece of nether wart from the upstairs storage, and that bee will actually be able to work down here. I believe they have cave dwelling as their dominant feature already, so there's no issue with that. The only issue is I didn't put nether wart near it. I should have known! I should have known! I mean, you forget little details like that every so often when you're working with bees. But it's going great. Why don't I stop here for a moment and just check out some of this research I've gotten, just so that you guys can kind of tell how amazing this has been. We just got demonic bees like 10 minutes ago. Got corroded, tarnished, rusty, impregnable, resolute, glittering, valuable, lapis, bauxite, emerald, sapphire, diamond. Oh, it's doing great. Refined bees, stained bees, classical bees. Oh, I feel so good with these bees. And you know what? The thing with bees is I've always thought that they're fun, they're great, I love making laboratories for them, but they don't create much stuff that's useful. However, the fuel from the refined bees is allowing me to run 4 combustion engines all the time without running out of fuel. In fact, it's still producing fuel. 4 refined bees is seriously way too much fuel, and I'm almost full to the brim with honey. And even the biofuel one is working well, and this is just excess oil, because sometimes my system fills up, like with beeswax, and then I gotta get rid of that somehow. Anyways, let's set up this nether wart thingamajig, and the Fiendish Princess should be able to work. And now that I'm wearing the apiarist clothes, it should also be able to not kill me. Very good. Now, I'm lucky, in a way. I thought I was unlucky for building this base like this, but it turns out that this part of the base is in the savannah, which is a hot, arid landscape, which is perfect for the Sinister Queen. And this part of the base is on the beach and the ocean, which is perfect for, like, every other one. Which is also, consequently, why I had to expand under the water. But you know what? It feels a bit like I'm Dr. Cliché here, running an underwater base with my giant F on the wall. Hooray for that! But, you know what? I gotta say, Underwater Bee Lab, I am so proud of this. Like, just because I've taken so much time to build this and design it the way that I have, I really feel like I belong here. Like, with the amber lighting up above, and, you know, the various different kinds of planks and appearances. Oh, it feels so right. I've got some Nagastone heads on the wall, and it all works, right? I've got the wooden transport pipes, putting things in the apiarist pipes, which just chuck it directly into the sorting system. And by sorting system, I mean the golem, router, centrifuge, squeezer mix. Yes. So what are my goals right now? Well, honestly, gotta build some Tesla coils to destroy the ceiling of wisps that inevitably generate. I'm trying to create some more bees to give me things. For example, I want bovine bees, so that I can have infinite milk, because if I've already got apple juice, it's about time I got that too, which would be pretty funny. Zap everything in the room. Boom! Look at that. You gotta say that's cool. That is so efficient. 2 hits to a pigman as soon as it spawns. Dead. Unfortunately, it's still way too deadly to go in there and pick up some drops. I mean, I don't need wisps. I don't need wispy essence. Here we've got our little penguin pen. Very cute, and they don't jump out. That's nice. I've got some testing purposes villagers here, which can, what do they even do for me? I don't know. I've been using them for emeralds. Not much more. Oh, and very simply, 2 chickens, an obsidian pipe, and a barrel. Infinite eggs. Brilliant. So, I don't know. I need feathers. I can just build a chicken farm. Just like that. Very easy. Die! Oh, that's great. Slice them all up. Boom. The power of electricity. Oh, I love it. That's wonderful. Now, do we have more pollen? Periodically, I just need to keep the system flowing, right? More seed panels. More! More chimneys! More! Okay. I'm not Robotnik. Anyway! Oh, it feels so good to be here. I hope you guys actually understand the amazingness of having a base that I've designed myself so well. Now, come on, Mutator. Let's see how fast that is. In fact, I think I'll skip ahead now to see when those have mutated, because that's kind of the point. Yeah, this is gonna be a while. They have an elongated life, don't they? Well, it feels longer. Anyway, so I will see you in a bit, everybody. And I believe after some time, we have finally... Oh, come on, load game. Why aren't you loading? I seriously believe that, like, too many entities is a current problem. There we go. Now, I probably need to right-click it again, just because it's, yeah, it's taking some time. There we go. So, Frugal Princess, Frugal Drone. That's right. Where's my Bealizer? Whoops. Where is my Bealizer? There it is. Okay. So, after all that trouble, we've finally gotten exactly what we were looking for. A Frugal Princess, which... actually likes cacti. Okay. What else? Needs hot, arid environment. That's good. Creates barren combs. Useless to me. And, by the way, it only has 2 possible mutations. Really? Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to need to go to get some cacti. Wait a minute. Is this thing seriously out of honey? Wow, okay. Anyway. I am going to go and grab myself some cacti, so that this Frugal Princess will actually be able to live in this environment for a fair amount of time. It spawns 2 drones, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the extra drones, put them through my isolator, and then hopefully I will be able to get a serum, a Frugal serum, obviously. Go ahead. So while that's working, we'll go up here to my Not Bee lab and just grab some extra materials. Hold shift, click a barrel to get only 1 item. Oh, I already had sand. Oh, it's starting to glitch out on me now. I should not be wearing cobblestone, obviously. I also should have honey drops in my inventory. Very, very weird. Anyway. I think if I try to put these all back on again, I'll get my stuff back? I don't know. I'll probably need to relog. It's glitching a little bit. Okay, what else do we need now? Cacti. Cacti. Don't I have an extra cactus or 3 lying around in a chest somewhere? No. Well, that's okay. I've got some growing outside for no reason. I just tend to have farm crops because I can. And if you're wondering, yes, that was a cacti on a potted plant over there. But it's nice. I'm not just going to take away my plants. Just because some punk bee thinks it needs my plants. Okay. However, this should be all I need. I think. Unless I need to give it cave serum as well, but it's gonna say, oh no, I need a plant that you don't have. And before we even do that, I want to make sure I've already fixed that problem. So, there's my cactus. Whoa, 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 whoa. Excuse me. Where's that sand gone? The game's trying to keep up with me now. I've gotten all tricksy on it, and it doesn't know where I am. Okay. Obviously, I wasn't holding a stone golem until, like, that moment. So, where's my sand? There. Where is my sand? How am I picking up sand? Okay, now I know I don't have 2 stone golem workers. Alright, I gotta relog. I'll be right back. Alright, that did it. Great. I've got my items back on. I wasn't too concerned. That's happened before, and I have no idea what causes it. Maybe it's just too many machines running at once. So, did we get a Frugal serum? We did. We also got a Nocturnal serum, which is useless to us. But that is the whole point of the bee breeding process, is getting serums so that I can just turn any bee into that kind of bee. So now that I've got frugal, that means I can hit austere bees very, very shortly. Because guess what I need? I need the austere species serum so that I can, what do I need to get with that? I think a lot of things actually need austere bees, which is kind of scary when you think about it, because there aren't that many deserts out there on this server. I'm lucky I found modest bees and got their serum when I did. Anyway, there's your cactus. There, yep, that's gonna work very nicely for me. We're gonna get more frugal bees. Actually, I don't need frugal bees, do I? No, let's look up the next thing we need. But anyway, I think I'll probably cut the episode here. That is the process of bee breeding. You mix them together with the mutators, which of course are empty now. They took it both up, so that's fine. Then you get the serums from the extra bees that you produce, so that you have a serum of every kind, and then you can basically go up through every bee line you want, and then basically use the serums to get whatever specific bees you want afterwards. So thanks for watching, everybody. From here at the Bee Labs, Fwip signing out. Ciao!